There is certain knowledge which I have wanted people to understand for several years. When I was reading Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, I saw very clearly that Jesus constantly spoke about life. For example, in John 10:10, he says, I came that they may have life. When I think about the general gospel presentation of churches, I have often heard people talking about going to heaven, and they have this idea that being saved is just simply that a person go to heaven. There are two things I'm going to explain very clearly. The first I already said. Jesus said life. I came that they may have life. So we are talking about being alive. We are talking about the body being alive, literally, physically. I came that they may have life. The second thing I'm going to say is simply that we should not think there is a separation between heaven and earth. The veil was torn. Jesus taught the disciples to pray, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. There is not a separation for believers. So this shows us that salvation actually has to do with being alive, bodily, physically, literally. Jesus died for us. It's literal, it's bodily. Salvation has to do with being alive. So this is the real gospel that I'm preaching and teaching, that I want people to know. I genuinely think that many people would be very excited to know that the gospel has to do with being alive. Jesus spoke about living forever. For example, in John 6, there are people such as Enoch and Elijah who didn't die. Jesus himself is alive. He said, flesh and bones as you see that I have. Salvation is not just about going somewhere as a disembodied spirit. It's about being alive.